Well,
like you
there's
said.
two responses, right? So if you have serious trauma, and there's different levels of trauma, but if you have serious trauma, you can end up in two places. And we're very familiar with the concept of post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah.
People go through this and fucking end up in a state that traumatizes them, and they're triggered by all sorts of things, and it's a really horrible place to be. What people don't usually understand is that we have about a 50% chance of going the other way into post-traumatic growth. And then people can use that growth in order to forge who they want to become. But there is also the state where you can have post-traumatic stress disorder and then still do the work and turn it into post-traumatic growth. It just takes a little bit longer.
Yeah. Just finished Paul Wood's book. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that was one of the...
I haven't read it. Is it in there?
Yeah, it's one of the...
Paul's a
points he
good friend of
raises.
mine. I should probably read his fucking book. Send me a fucking book, Paul.
Yeah.
You've got mine.
No, it's that. I think that was an awesome point you raised, that you can, be in a post-traumatic stress and still have growth, which is exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think one of the most interesting things to understand, especially around mental illness, is that only about 7% of mental illness are neurodivergent. So these are your things like schizophrenia, bipolar, ADHD, Tourette's, things like that, right?
Okay,
So that means that there is a little bit of something going on in your brain that quite often needs chemical things to sort of balance it back up. That leaves 93% of all mental illnesses to be what they call lifestyle-based mood disorders. So that is your stress, your anxiety, your depression, your PTSD, things like that. These are lifestyle-based mood disorders. And so basically what that means is that's the nurture compared to the nature. It is the circumstances of your life that have led you to a particular place. The most wonderful and freeing thing that you can ever hear is if you're in that place, that it was nurture that got you into it. It's nurture that can get you out of it. You are not broken. You are just in a shit place right now. And if you do the work, you have the right people point you in the right directions, give you the right exercises to do, help you with the right tools, you can move your way out of all of those, that big 93%, that big chunk of lifestyle-based mood disorders. There is hope, and you can move out of that.